let me announce our conference open, our workshop, our school. We can call it in different ways. We are glad to welcome you here in our center, Samara Center for Theoretical Materials Science. And we organized the first international conference here. We had one conference in February, but only for Russian participants. And now we have 20 or 22 participants. More than a half of them are from abroad in 5 different countries, from China, India, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Poland, and from Russia, of course. The official language is English, so I hope we will understand each other. This is my colleague and friend Davide Proserpio, who is a co-author of this manual and also Topos program, and he will say some words probably a bit later. Davide, now I will introduce you into our history, some short introduction into Topos schools, because we have at the moment more than 10 schools organized in different countries of the world, but not in Russia. The international school in Russia is the first one. So let me say some words about this, and then we will start our program. We organized this school within our new center, Samara Center for Theoretical Materials Science. It was created 1 year ago, thanks to a mega grant of Russian government. But we organized this school long ago, and the first Topos school was organized in the United States, in Santa Barbara place in 2008. It was a rather large school, larger than this one, more than 40 people, almost 50 participants were attended to this conference, and these are the tutors of this conference: Micah Keefe, Stuart Ramsden, Stephen Knight, Delgado Friedrich Solov, and David and me. It was the start, and then during 6 years, the next 6 years, we organized the schools practically every year in different countries. So we start with the United States, then 2009 the school in Italy was organized, 2010 in France, 2011 in Germany, the next year in Spain, and the past year in Switzerland. And we have 3 schools that were provided not by us, by other people who are expert in Topos now. They were organized in China, in South Korea, and Sweden. So we have a rather long history of these schools and rather large experience. We could not organize this school in Russia due to finance problems, but starting from 2013, we got Russian mega grant, rather large amount of money, to organize a laboratory that could work on the world level of science. And this was the main goal of this project. This competition was very strong. This is the number of applications, the total number, and the number of winners. So about 17 applications for one grant. We got this foundation for 3 years, And now we have a group with the leading scientists, Professor Davide Proserpio, with whom we collaborate during the last more than 10 years. Our research area are the methods for theoretical prediction of materials with specified physical properties. And the main goal of the project is creation of computer center on theoretical material science and modeling of new materials. Our main objectives within this main goal is developing novel software for modeling new materials, for material science, creation of expert systems for intelligence analysis of experimental data. The next objective is creating a new generation of electronic databases, again for prediction of structure and properties of solids. Developing expert systems in material science, organizing computer center for calculation of physical properties of solids, and creating and supporting an internet portal for theoretical material science. Also, we plan to organize online conferences, webinars, and online support of our products through the special forum. And we organize schools, tutorials, and research seminars. And this is the second school we organized in this year. We expect that as a result we will get new algorithms and software for theoretical material science. Topos, current Topos program is really the first attempt in this way, but we plan also to merge these topological and geometrical methods that are realized in Topos with quantum methods, and create on this base expert systems for prediction not only geometrical properties or topological properties of structures, but also physical properties. We produce electronic databases already. We have them within the Topos program package. You will learn them. And we are going to create the first knowledge database in this field to predict structure and properties of solids. We plan to register the new software databases and expert systems, and create some commercial base for our products. We also plan to organize education center in material science here, and these schools are also intended to provide such center. This is our structure. Davide Proserpio is the leading scientist. I'm the director of the center, and also a head of laboratory of crystal chemistry and crystal design. We have another laboratory of mathematical modeling of materials that works mainly with quantum methods, quantum molecular dynamics methods. We created now the first part of our high-performance computational cluster, and if you are interested in, you can look at it. And at the end of this year, I think we will get a very powerful engine to work with quantum programs. We have main quantum programs installed on this computer. If anybody is interested in quantum methods, we can talk privately after our sessions. And this is in general what we are doing. First, we produce some computer, some electronic products and service like software, databases, expert systems, and also online support of these products. And we design, at least participate in designing new materials. Here there are some examples, but not all examples of different properties such as solid electrolytes, CVD precursors, molecular magnets, and metal organic gas containers. Topos, you will see, can work practically with any kind of structures, starting from elements, metals, alloys, and up to proteins. We collaborate with many laboratories abroad. Here again there are some examples, but not all examples, and we organize some events in this field, as I said already. So this is our short history, and this event will also belong to this history soon, I hope. So David, if you want to say some words.
Just a few words. So you will see that if you can hear, you already know a little bit about Topos, or at least you are interested in what we call topological crystal chemistry. You will see that during the lectures we will illustrate all the possibility of Topos, and for sure for none of you will be interested in all of them, but still, because Topos has many applications in organic, molecular crystal, coordination polymers, and so on. I hope that you will find the part that you are all most interested. I suggest you to, if you have your own problem to tackle, is the best way to learn Topos. So you follow the lecture, the application that we show you, but if you have your own file, ShellX or CIF file, then you can analyze your own, and we will have time at the end of each day to help you to solve and to analyze your problem, because this is the best way to learn Topos, because the examples are, of course, are interesting, but not for all of you. These are just things for exercise. Also, I'm sure that we provide you also a large file with hundreds of PDF file. It's not, I mean, this is my personal collection of stuff in some way. Of course, you don't need to know. Again, there are things that people may be interested in some parts, some are not. But I prefer to put all together so you don't need to go around and look for the paper. The basic one now is the Topos article that came out recently on crystal growth and design, where there is the overall view of the product, and then in each chapter you find things for you. Starting from crystallography, there is a whole book of Michael Keith that is on crystallography, and some other on different topics, starting from more abstract mathematics to more applied ones. But I'm sure that you will find the one that you are interested in. So I think we should start now. Vlad will give the overall view. The history of all this field will be done in my last lecture, because I prefer to do at the end when you know more about in between, because otherwise I will quote some part that you will not understand. So we'll do some history about the things later on, and my main lecture will be instead tomorrow more theoretical, but again we prefer to do the second day. So the first day we do a general introduction, and we start to use Topos, so you will know exactly a little bit how to do it better, and then we do more the theoretical detail tomorrow morning. Okay, thanks. Thank you.